Google Ads, as well as social media ads, are one of the most effective ways of bringing in lead generation for a service business or for a e-commerce business or a company selling some sort of product that isn't online, that might not be a service. Covering all aspects, basically. Yes, I've got new specs on. I do have 2 pairs, and I've been playing about recently. I've not been playing about, I've just been trying on the other pair and switching them. So let me know what you think, if you like them or not. But anyway, we're not talking about glasses, we're talking about ads. Now, we've been running ads for Nautilus for about 5 years now. And as well as SEO and other things that we do, I would say Google Ads pulls in 35-40% of the total leads that we talk to and we send off quotes to. And we've picked up some good little knacks and tricks along the way over the years. And for an agency, I'd say they're bloody good to get new leads in. And as I always say, everything we do for our clients, we do on ourselves beforehand. So all of the team that work on our ads also work on our client ads. We use our website as a testing ground. I think I've said this about 20 times before, but it's really important to know that whatever we do for our clients, we've already tested out and done what we need to do on our ads. And we are an agency that spends money on advertising, because you would be surprised the amount of agencies that you look at Ahrefs, you look at SEMrush, they don't do their own SEO, they don't do their ads. And to me, that's like, I don't know, being a chocolatier and eating someone else's chocolate? No, that's probably not a good analogy, but you get where I'm going. But with our ads, we've been running them for a number of years, and we are always testing and we're always changing new things. And what I think a lot of people do when running Google Ads, and this is the first tip, I guess, is a lot of people over-optimize as soon as the ads launch. And as you know, as soon as ads launch, they go into a learning phase. Different platforms call them different things. And it is important to let ads run before you make any changes. You know, just like in a relationship, the person that you're with, mood changes all the time. That's exactly what it is when it comes to Google. So when you've launched your ads, ensure that you give it at least 2-3 weeks before you make any changes, because the algorithm, or whatever technical word you want to call it, is learning how those ads work, what's working, what isn't working, and you're seeing the type of results that come through. Another tip that we've been doing over the sort of the years is always running different ads. So we don't turn ads on, off, and on and off and on and off. We will create new campaigns with new ad copies, with new landing pages, with new changes that we are seeing that could potentially help, and then we just create another campaign. So whether that's because we offer a lot of different services, we run a lot of different campaigns for a lot of different services. We might add another campaign for digital PR. We might add another campaign for SEO. We might do lead demand generation ads instead of search ads. We might do a bit of display, a bit of remarketing, retargeting. So don't stick to the same ads all the time and think they're going to continue working for many years. What I guess a third tip would be, what a lot of people do is then they just, when the ad is working and you're getting leads, you're getting clicks, they then don't do anything and just sort of leave it to settle. So then you're doing exactly the same as when you turn it on and making loads of changes. Now you're not doing any changes. And it's important to continually monitor the ads, continue to monitor the performance. We use HubSpot for our CRM that I've mentioned before, but we also have a physical, well, not physical, it's in the cloud, a spreadsheet where we track leads that come through that are genuine. So we can match up the numbers in Google Ads. It's very approximate. It's probably a much better way of doing it, but it works well for us. So whenever we take a sales call, we see where it's coming from, and then we log it in the Google Ads spreadsheet. And then we can then look at, okay, maybe the ads that we're getting from this campaign aren't very good, so then we can make the relevant changes. Or actually, if we're seeing that a load of leads that are coming from that particular campaign isn't working, we can then maybe turn the campaign off, or do an analysis and see where it's happening. One thing that we do is, if you have an ad account and you've been running ads and you're not getting the best performance you want, we do offer a service where we can audit your account. We can put some recommendations together for either you to implement, or we can do it for you. And it's a nice little introduction, if you've never worked with an agency before, on how we can use our expertise as Google partners to ensure that your ads are performing at its best and optimal rate. So in a bit of a recap, let your ads run, don't mess with them, continue to run new campaigns, and continue to make edits to those campaigns once you've gone through that learning period, and continually assess the data, what is working and what isn't working. Google Ads change all the time, whether that's the dashboard that you're working on, whether they're implementing a new type of ad, whether you've got competitors going on, whether you're adding in Facebook marketing, Instagram marketing, etc. And it works really, really, really well. And that is why we pull in a lot of leads from our ads, is because they work and because we're constantly, within reason, making updates. And that's another thing. Don't make changes literally every day. A couple of times a week, check in on the ads, see how they're performing, and then look at any potential edits and amends that you can make. Also, you will see prompts within Google Ads to make edits to ads and to sort of put in their recommendations, which helps with scores. This is a very 50-50 situation. Sometimes when clients have made those changes that Google's recommended, the ad performance dips massively. You will also have people reach out from Google to make changes. In my personal opinion, I've only been on 3 of these calls with the team. The changes that they do suggest don't really correlate to what is the best in terms of a strategy. I guess to some degree, they want you to spend more money with them because it probably affects their pay or salary or commission or bonus structure in some way. It's always better to get a third-party opinion on anything, which is why you use surveyors when you buy a house to check the house, because obviously the estate agent is going to say the walls and the roof is amazing, but actually if you get a surveyor in and they look at the roof and it's awful, there's a problem. So relying on third parties, as I said earlier, we can do this review of ad accounts to make changes, etc., and it works really, really well to see what's going on underneath the hood. And we always like to do it anyway before we start working on a particular ad account, just because there might be something in there. This will make you chuckle. We audited an account for another agency a couple of years ago. They'd acquired a client and they just weren't getting the results. And then they approached us and said, can we have a look? And I won't name who the agency is, but we opened up the ad account and looked in, and about 50 or 60% of the landing pages where traffic was going to had a 404 page. So they were sending traffic to URLs, and the URLs didn't even exist on the website. I think someone had made a change in the back end and deleted some landing pages, not realizing that it was working on the ads. I think the client potentially did it. And that's why their performance dipped massively. And be patient. Rome wasn't built in a day. Exactly the same with SEO, although it doesn't take as long as SEO. People think as soon as you run ads, it's going to fix the problem. And yes, it will help with the problem and you will start to get clicks, but you're not going to see the top performance of those ads unless they've been left to run for a little bit and changes have been made, because Rome was not built in a day, and neither was your ad campaign. I hope this has been useful. I love ads as much as I love SEO. I might love SEO a little bit more, but there you go. Hopefully this is of use to some of you. Stay awesome, stay safe, but most importantly, stay nerdy.